Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So today we are starting our new webinar series, Techie Tuesdays, and our first speaker is none other than Professor M.D. Agarwal. So while everybody is aware about Professor M.D. Agarwal, but I'll brief you about his profile once. Professor M.D. Agarwal is an industry veteran, thought leader, educator, and digital transformation strategist with over 4 decades of experience spanning industry, academia, and professional associations. He is recognized as coach and consultant to CIOs, CDOs, and senior executives in domain of AI-driven business transformation, digital strategy, and Industry 4.0. And Professor Agarwal has addressed numerous national and international conferences and conducted workshops in technology, strategy, digital leadership, and AI transformation, inspiring professionals across sectors. Previously, he has served as GM IT and CIO downstream manufacturing at Bharat BPCL and an advisor and director downstream global oil and gas practices at TCS during 2014 to 2019. So over 13 years, Professor Agarwal has been associated with premium academic institutions like IIT Bombay and IIM Mumbai, and he has also served as adjunct professor and at IIT Gandhinagar. So this is, and he is a lifelong learner and passionate researcher who believes in giving back to society through knowledge. And today we have with us Professor M.D. Agarwal, and we are very excited to hear you, sir, on this fourth to fifth industrial revolution and the role of AI in that particular thing. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Yes. Thank you, Varandeep, inviting me. Thank you, CIO Association, Punjab chapter, for starting this technical series. It is my honor and privilege to deliver a 45-minute to 1 hour session on very appealing subject. Though I have given the term Industry 5.0, but what is the change happening in the industry now? How we can qualify that change under the umbrella or under the framework of a technology? So there, Industry 5.0 comes to the foremost term, I will call it, but still we are in the fourth industrial revolution. We can't say that we are in the fifth industrial revolution, we are fourth industrial revolution. So the question comes that what is next? What is next? We are seeing that a dramatical change in the global and in our national picture with the advent of technologies now. Technology has become one of the key catalysts, the driver, and sometimes also a menace and danger to the mankind that we are seeing largely. And the thought process is like that. This was known to the guys who developed these technologies. This is known to the guys who developed this technology. And I remember that, when Hiroshima was, bombarded with the nuclear bomb, the scientist who developed nuclear fusion technology, he was, a great, in the deep, concern. In fact, he went into the deep meditation, So, what is the situation now? And where I find that, the principles of Industry 5.0 are in some rescue, and is a big hope that first it is improving the development cycle with the help of technology, and also that manage which I talked a little bit ago. So I thought let me start our today's discussion with a talk of you must be knowing that the winner of who has developed the deep learning. Deep learning, we are aware of that. The deep learning is a part of AI system, and Professor George Hunter has developed the deep learning, and he was given in 2024 Nobel Prize for this great development. Let us listen, his 2 or 3 minutes speech, what is his, and that he has delivered at the time of when he received this award, around 1.5 years back. What is the message you have received? It is a very august occasion when a Nobel laureate come and receive the honor. And at that time, he is expressed his deep concern. I move with this to the next, thought leader. You must have heard about him, Mustafa Suleiman, who is currently the CEO of Microsoft AI. Microsoft AI. There is a division in Microsoft who is doing research and development in AI. Mustafa Suleiman was earlier with Google, and he is a co-founder of DeepMind. DeepMind is a part of the Google and which has developed many algorithms. So I captured some of these ideas also. See my slides.
Yes, sir. Slides are visible.
He authored a very bestseller book, The Coming Wave. It was published in 1923. And equally, he also kept showing concern that all these development which we are going to discuss this today's session subsequently is one side, bringing a lot of benefits to the mankind, but there is a lack of discipline. There is that lack of roadmap that how this, development should be channelized. And here I find this is my own intention that Industry 5.0 give a direction. So I thought, today I will start my session with the learnings of these two great scientists who has, raised the concern and also demanding, guiding the whole world that what is the next wave of this development. We are in the fourth industrial revolution. Is this revolution is for the safety and the happiness of the mankind, or one side there is a happiness, there is a development, there is a prosperity, other side equally, some of its outcomes are becoming somewhat dangerous to mankind. In that context, I thought, when I present to you Industry 5.0, we will have a stop, in between of this presentation, and we will try to reflect back how Industry 5.0 principles, if those are implemented, those are being adhered, will be to some extent, not 100%, I will say, whatever concern these great scientists and other people are raising, are able to provide. This is another outcome of a discussion which held few months back in Davos. You must be knowing every year World Economic Forum is having a summit in Davos, and there a panel has discussed about the global risk law. And there is a report by World Economic Forum. You can Google it and find that global risk 2025. So I have taken a snapshot of that discussion, and I have shared the video. It's a 44-minute discussion, among the 5 or 6 senior scientists and developers of the world. And one of their concerns, one of the key concerns is inequality. Is all new developments, technology is one side benefiting the mankind, making our life easier. Other side it is also adding to inequality, which was always there. Now the inequality size has increased dramatically, especially after COVID 2019. These are some of them. The question comes that, sir, why you are telling about all these things? We have come here to listen to you how AI should do the digital transformation. Sometimes I find myself in the shoes of social scientists. This I have realized when I was working in Bharat Petroleum that as a CIO, my one of the responsibilities is also to care my company, to develop in such a way the solutions which not only help the company in generating the profit and productivity, also create a comfort around that. So I always keep a vision that some other time you have to become, or you have to be a social scientist. As you know, as a leader, one of the asks in the company is empathy. Empathy. And like that, today one of the asks of the technologists is that we should have a societal approach. Here I bring, the concept, Society 5.0, which was developed in Japan in 2015. And this was one of the main themes in Davos 2021. The World Economic Forum discussed about what is Society 5.0. Japanese delegation came over there and they presented this idea that the technology should be at the service of the mankind. And I find that Industry 5.0 is having some learnings of Society 5.0. What references I have taken today is from the report of European Commission, which has constituted a study, and the report was delivered in 2023. That what is Industry 5.0? In few minutes, we will see that. First, try to understand what is Society 5.0, and this is one of the key strategy in Japan. When their enterprises, their company, or their government wants to implement, or they want to deploy the technology, they see with the lens of Society 5.0. You can Google it. You can find lot of literature, lot of discussions, society around Society 5.0. I learned this around 5 years back. 5 years back. Ever since it was it came in the news that Society 5.0. But what do you see that here? There are 4 clusters over here. Preventive examination, robot support, caregiving. Robot support, caregiving. Caregiving is a tedious task. So it is called human-centric approach. Human-centric approach. Technology is being used for human-centric. Second, energy diversification and local production. What does it mean? That you have sustainability as one of the key principles. Sustainability. Okay, we should not try to damage this environment in which we are operating. Sustainability is one of the key asks. And automating the agriculture industry, optimal home delivery, optimal automatic production by robot. All these are the examples of Society 5.0. I am not If you like, MDPI, one of the B school has published a paper on this, which I have given here the link. You can go through this. But important point which has to be noted, that Japan is aware of this fact, and they are judiciously implementing Society 5.0. Society. Now, I have written in the agenda transcending from Industry 4.0 to Industry 5.0. So it means there is a somewhere, there is an inheritance of Industry 4.0. We have to understand Industry 4.0. And I'm sure that most of you must be aware of what is Industry 4.0. First of all, Industry 4.0, fourth industrial revolution are two terms of, I will say, two sides of the coin. Industry 4.0 is a roadmap for implementing, for giving a shape to fourth industrial revolution. It is not, technology or, it is a framework only for manufacturing. And this is a misnomer, And I have developed a course, which is getting launched by SWAYAM portal, Government of India, recently on 16th of February. This course will be launched for the benefit of everybody. It is a registration is free on that. And where I have, dealt in this concept of the Industry 4.0 is not only applicable to the manufacturing. And you see this picture, and you see that, my notes on the right-hand side, that Industry 4.0 is characterized by integration, and advanced digital technologies such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data analytics, robotics, and industry. So basically, integration has become one of the significant foundation. There are multiple other things also, but integration of technology has become one of the significant foundation of Industry 4.0. Okay, and like if you see this, my watch, which I'm wearing, it is the integration of 2-3 technologies. One is the IoT, other is the cloud computing, intelligence, artificial intelligence. Without these technologies, this watch will not be possible. No. Making of this watch is not possible. So shortly, briefly, I thought, I will touch upon the Industry 4.0 or fourth industrial revolution. What is the Industry 5.0? What is Industry 5.0? So as I mentioned that, I am referring the study and the concept, which is being advocated by European Commission, and it is now a policy of European Commission. It is not something, some research lab or somebody has developed and published a paper. This is have a authority of the European Commission. European Commission, you must be knowing, is a body, which makes a lot of policies for the European countries and European Council countries. So what they say that, what is Industry 5.0 goes beyond efficiency and productivity. If you glance through Industry 4.0, one of the prime objectives of all the industrial revolution up to now was improving our productivity, improving the efficiency, generating more profit, generating more wealth. That was the objective. Now, as we have learned from Society 5.0, what is Industry 5.0? Goes beyond efficiency and productivity as the sole goals, reinforcing industry role for society. And what is that role? The role is, the prosperity, production limits of the planet. The role is that, you make the, your solution human-centric, sustainable, and resilient, which we have to understand the meaning of these 3 key words: human-centric, resilience, sustainability. I'm sure that you all know about what is sustainability, what is resilience, what is human-centric. But in terms of Industry 5.0 principle, what is the meaning of this, which let us try to understand. So, and why Industry 5.0? I think I have argued also that tackle societal challenges, preserving resources, climate, ensuring social stability, empower workers by addressing evolving skills and training. So now there is a need for the next generation of digital solutions. So my invitation to all of you, when you are sitting on the desk of as a developer, as a strategist, or as a designer, think about this also, how I can bring these kind of functionalities and features in my architecture design. May not be immediately, but it should have a capability. For example, today our Aadhaar and UPI qualify to become an Industry 5.0 solution. Aadhaar and UPI. UPI is highly human-centric. It is a resilient and it is sustainability. It is adding to sustainability. So this is a very perfect example for anybody who want to understand. Is there any case by which through which we can understand Industry 5.0? In fact, I always bring that example, but right now I have not brought that slide here. I have not added the slide, but that is something which after a few slides, you will be able to relate that how Aadhaar and UPI as one of the great example in our country of implementation of Industry 5.0 principles. What are those principles? Human-centric, resilience, and sustainability. So now I will spend some 5 minutes time, 5 or 7 minutes time to explain you the meaning of these 3 or 4 terms, Industry 5.0, as per the explanation given in this report, European Commission, and then we will see the various examples and use cases, how it shaped that Industry 5.0 solutions, how those shapes the Industry 5.0 solution. So Industry 5. So first, let me revisit that transcending. I have used the word transcending. It is not a new thing, like Industry 4.0 or fourth industrial revolution was a new. We were in the third industrial revolution, and then we moved to the fourth industrial revolution. Third industrial revolution was getting the need of internet revolution, information management, those kind of ERPs. But fourth industrial revolution in which we are living is now a revolution in which, as we discussed, integration of technologies, it is gone beyond the desk corridors of the corporates. Now it is impacting every sector, including agriculture, education, like that. Coming back to the definition of Industry 5.0, Industry 5.0 recognizes the power of industry to achieve societal goals beyond jobs and growth. Then you will say, sir, you are asking us to do societal work in my enterprise? No, I'm not asking you to do societal work in your enterprise. As I say, that as a leader, you have to have empathy. When you conceive a solution, you see, with a societal lens. Your workers are society. Your suppliers are society. Your customers are society. How you look, that bandwidth, when you develop the solution in line with the principles of Industry 5.0. Yeah? Not a replacement for Industry 4.0. Broaden the focus. Industry 5.0 broaden the focus beyond efficiency to people and planet. Shift in focus. Earlier, we were having focus on technology-oriented economic growth, shareholder value, customer satisfaction. Now, consider the societal and environmental impact. Everybody knows that, and sometimes the concern is being raised that the way these data centers are growing and electricity consumption is growing, then what will be the impact on the climate? What will be the impact on the water availability? So all these considerations, one or other day is going to impact us. Let me tell you, one or other day is going to impact us. So that is what is the preparation for the next generation, application, and which we are seeing, most of the companies who are very vigilant about Industry 5.0. I keep reading about the companies like Tata Steel or Tata Motors. They keep the principles of sustainability and human-centric in front of everything which they like. And so there are three principles: human centricity. So what is the human centricity? Differentiating factors shift focus from tech-driven progress, taking the core human needs and interest. We have to think about the human needs and interest. Human needs and interest. What is the need? Whether humans need the weapons, whether we should use AI for weaponization like that, or we need the more food, better medicines. That is what is the human-centric approach. It profess that. That is very important. It's the heart of production. Now you will say, sir, how we will do that? That you will see when we come on the use cases. Okay, that is not a rocket science. It is already there in India as well as elsewhere, which we are going to learn. First, you will understand the meaning of these three terms: human centricity, sustainability, and resilience. Well-being. So I'm not reading whatever written on the slides. It is for your later on. You can refer my notes, and you can try to make little more deep studies with these papers, which I have given the source of these papers. Safe and inclusive environment, very important. Human centricity means that applications, AI applications which we are developing should develop a safe environment, automate environment, automate. It should add to the automation. There is nothing wrong in the automation. So that is what is required. So, and one of the important development in human centricity is in favor of robots. Robots, especially in the mines, which we see the deep mines, where a lot of casualty used to happen. Now, all great companies are using robots. There is a less number of workers or laborers are going in the mines. Most of the work is being done by robots. And this is what is called the human centricity. Human centricity. Okay. Digitalization enable remote work, boosting access and resilience. That is important. What is sustainability? That is also a very common term, and as we keep, also like in my house, or even some of the quotes which we make use in our house are they recycle, recycle cloths, recycle bags, So sustainability, it means we should try to sustain this environment. Development we are doing is for sustainability. Reduce, what is the differentiation? What are the differentiation factors? Aim for circular process, reuse, repurpose, recycle, reduce waste, minimize environmental impact. And that is the mission. There is a principle. European Commission has stated in their report. How you should implement with the help of technology. That we will see by looking into some of the use cases. And what is the role of technology in sustainability? Many roles are there to in field of sustainability by technology. One of the very important thing is the green energy. Green energy. You know that a lot of projects are going on green energy, and battery is one of the examples. The EVs, cars has come. So these are all thanks to technology only. Is it or not? AI, additive manufacturing, optimized resources. So I'm not going deep in this technology, but these are the areas which you should explore in case you like to know more about the sustainability, how the technology can promote the sustainability, and how I can make use of technology in my organization for development of sustainable solutions. So from this report, I have some examples of European Union has been given. These are some of the startups. So when you go through this report, which is in the bottom, I have given this report URL or a source. You can go through and you will find these examples over there. The success rate has improved 12%. 12%. That is what is in one of the statistics I have found over there. And the last thing, what is resilience? Resilience, COVID-19, we have seen the debacle of many industries, many companies. They were not resilient. They were not prepared for this kind of disruption in the industry. And if they would have been resilient, then probably we would have not invited this kind of problems which we have, and mankind has faced. So how to become resilient? What are the is there any framework available that we will learn in this session? I will try to learn it briefly. I will say, and later on you can do more exploration in that. So resilience is one of the important tasks whenever you are developing the solutions. One of the resilience area for CIO is the cyber security resilience. Cyber security resilience. How I make my solution cyber security resilient. And I have included one slide in this deck, how you make, by the way, whatever examples I have included, these are not my own examples. So these are the well-researched examples. And I have referred a few global reports, and I mentioned about them also. But my interpretation is mine. Interpretation is mine, and how I'm connecting with this industry 5.0, that is my explanation. So differentiating factor for the resilience is address fragility exposed by geological shift, natural crisis. Natural crisis. At the time of natural crisis, how you are prepared, that you should not be disrupted, you should not go out of business, that is what is the resilience. And what is the role of technology over there? What is the role of technology? That is also very important aspect to understand. So in fact, this whole schema of Industry 5.0 require some amount of deliberation among the developers and those who are stakeholders. Like when UPI want to develop any solution, I'm sure they must be thinking in terms of resilience. I'm sure that they must be thinking in terms of human-centric, and I'm sure that they will be thinking of in terms of sustainability. Okay, so that is what I thought. Briefly, I will touch upon that. This is another slide which where I have said is not much difference. Technology, the clusters in case of Industry 5.0, we find little more number of technologies like digital twin has been added over here. But just this is I'll say this is just reference for you. Technology is one of the important driver in whole this new concept which is getting framed now. So key objective in case of Industry 4.0 was productivity and efficiency, and key objective for Industry 5.0 is human centricity, sustainability, resilience. In addition to the objective of productivity and efficiency will be there, but not only that. So I hope you are understanding. Now here I have given the analysis in this slide, little busy slide. I'm sorry, little busy slide. That what Mustafa Suleiman and George Hinton has raised the concern, and is there any answer? If whole world, or especially our governments, all governments like to consider the principles of Industry 5.0, that is human centricity and sustainability and resilience. So I have paraphrased some of their ideas, and I have replied over here that like in case of human centricity mitigating the containment problem, which Mustafa Suleiman has raised in his talk, AI greatest danger is the containment problem, the risk that autonomous systems could outpace human agents. In fact, he said that AI sometimes is going to be uncontrollable, like because it is self-learning machine. It's self-learning machine. There is no stop. It's keep learning, and once it become more intelligent than a human in one area, and it becomes very difficult to control that machine. It may attack. It may say, now the missile go, like that. So that is where we have to now have a reconsideration, and we have to apply certain check and balance, and where human centricity approach, as long as we follow the human centricity approach, will, and that is the answer which I have tried to here articulate here. The Industry 5.0 alignment justify the next step of development, collaborative robots and AI system designed to assist rather than replace humans. They should assist, no. They should not replace the humans, no. There is no question of that automation by AI, no. Self-learning should be up to a limit, no. That is what the industry is promoting. The responsible companies, those who are very responsible, they are promoting, no, this, that they should not replace my manpower, no, completely. Robots should not replace my manpower. Automation is required, no, but they should also become the partner in the manufacturing, belt, manufacturing, our workshop, with our other workers, with our co-workers, like that. Similarly, you can see that, I try to explain how, the principles of Industry 5.0 are applicable. What George Hinton has raised. He raised that invisible hand of the profit motive is insufficient key to save. He fears that unconstrained AI would lead to human extinction within. One of the Mustafa Suleiman, after joining Microsoft, is not talking much about now. But George Hinton who has developed the deep learning, is a very discomfortable person, and he keeps talking to most of the forums, his concerns, and he advocates that the global body should come together and try to implement some framework, so that technology should not go out of hand. So with this, let us move ahead. I am sure that you must have got that what I wanted to convey to you guys, and you can go through some of these slides for complete knowledge. Another very very important aspect which any social scientist like to refer is the 17 sustainable goals which our world bodies has kept. And if we try to look into the 17 goals like no poverty, zero hunger, good health and being, quality education, reduce inequalities, industry, the principles of Industry 5.0, which we have qualified as human-centric, sustainable and resilience, are in position to meet these requirements. I will not say 100%. It requires some other things also, but they are in tune with the principles of 17 we call them SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal. I think you must be aware of this. It's a very important grid. We call it grid, SDG grid. So now I'm coming to the use cases. So it's okay. Can somebody say, are you understanding? Yes or no? Can somebody say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is okay?
Yes, we are getting a lot of yeses in the chat.
Now I will spend 10-15 minutes on the use cases now. Though I am exceeding the time, so but if you allow me, I like to share some of the very so that
Sure,
you can
sir.
understand a little better how the Industry 5.0 is being used in the industry. So in this slide, you're seeing the status of the current industry focus solely on efficiency, productivity, and we discuss about that. What is the Industry 5.0 and human-centric environment? So I like to take an example, which is being referred by World Economic Forum also. This is a startup company, agripilot.ai. You can Google it, agripilot.ai. This is a very important report by World Economic Forum on agriculture growth, technology in agriculture. Some title I am not remembering, but this is a dedicated report on India, that how India agriculture is using AI. Basically, they talk about AI and IoT. So from there, sometime back, I have picked up this case study. The name of the company is agripilot.ai. So what is their business model? What is their business model and what they are doing? I try to capture in this picture. If you go through the case study, it's quite big. So their business model is like this. So their customer segment is farmers and growers. What they want to bring, you must be knowing precision farming. Precision farming. Precision farming is a technology-oriented farming where farmers are advised time to time what kind of seed they should give, how much water they should feed, what kind of minerals are required for that crop. This is what is the precision farming, farming. So every pilot, and farmers should able to learn, in their own language. It is a interface is, interface is a vernacular. Suppose somebody is living in the Tamil Nadu, they can listen, advice on the Tamil. Somebody living in the Andhra, they can listen the advice, or they can read in the Telugu, like that. So this is the app which they have developed, and farmers can upload this. For that, to make a reality, farmers has to put IoT sensors, and which this company come and deploy. IoT sensors, so that the IoT sensors can keep learning what is the soil status, what is the environment, how much the sunlight is coming, like that. All those parameters which are required for a healthy crop are being monitored with the help of IoT sensors. Then the data is being captured in the cloud, and then be analyzed, and accordingly the advice is being sent to the farm. So this is one of the great examples of, I will say, the sustainability. So these are some slides which you can go through. I don't want to spend time, but I thought for the benefit of everybody, you can go through these slides, how the sustainable applications are now taking place in the market, and I'm sure that some of you must be also implementing. So what is the industry 4.0 and what is the industry 5.0? And with this example, I like to explain the difference between the vanilla, industry 4.0 use case, and how you can, make it industry 5.0 use case, like that. So if you see on the left-hand side, situation before AI, when AI was not so much popular, not in the market, how we will using the cloud? We were using the cloud for analyzing the cloud data. We are analyzing the weather, the crop, and everything is being done, manually. Now, in case of AI, in the world of AI, we have some science called big data, and big data help us to analyze that, which we have seen in the previous exam. So this is a difference. So here we call it the resilience system. So the invitation to all of you is that instead of developing the pure data analytics, to develop AI-oriented, machine learning-oriented, self-learning oriented, analytics, that will qualify for sustainable development of software. Okay. So these are the few examples. Please go through yourself. I'm not explaining, but it has all self. You can self-learn. These are some examples I added. So that what you mean by how AI will help in case of sustainable development. Like take a case of digital identity verification. So we all know about that digital identity verification, that Aadhaar is being, AI is behind all these things. So moment you put in your biometrics, the system try to work behind the scene and say that this biometric thumb impression is what kind of image, and they will decipher that image with the help of machine learning algorithm and deep learning algorithm, and oh, this is MD Agarwal's thumb, like that. So this is what is the kind of use cases we have to think about if we are following industry 5.0. So these are few use cases in logistic area you can go through. One of the important things which I want to explain is the digital twin. Digital twin is becoming a very popular technology now for sustainable developments. And why it is becoming so popular? Because you know that in the digital twin what is happening in the field. I suppose we develop the digital twin of an agriculture farm, big agriculture farm or a town. Then we know in digital twin that what is happening in the when there is a chances of fire. Is there any leakage of the gases? Everything is known to the digital twin. That is our digital replica of the town. That is very important. And what is the expensive proposition? And it's coming very fast. I'm coming to the next thing is the resilience. So these are the disruptors, which can disrupt your business, your society, your country, like regulatory changes, technology, cyber security, geopolitical. We are seeing now geopolitical last 3-4 years. Geopolitical situation is very uncertain. Now in that situation, The only answer is that you have to develop a resilient system, resilient framework. What is a resilient framework? It has six branches, six areas, financial resilience, operation resilience, organization resilience, and market resilience, societal resilience. So now you have to think about every company which says that I'm having a highly matured system. As per the study conducted by McKinsey and other global bodies, they found that systems are quite good, but they are not resilient. They are not resilient. So that is where now there is a focus on that. So there is a very good report published by World Economic Forum. I have given the URL of this report. They say that these are some dimensions of resilient systems which you have to look into that. These are dimensions like operation resilience. If you see that it has six dimensions: financial resilience, operation resilience, organization resilience, digital technology resilience. This is very important. If you don't have a BCP, business continuity planning, which has happened in case of 26/11, when there was a bomb on the tower, the banks were disrupted completely and they were not having the BCP. Only those banks which were having BCP, they were able to continue their operation. Otherwise, other banks had gone put. That is what is called the digital technology resilience. So that is very important. Organization resilience is also important. So I try to study this area. This is something which you have to spend some time. But this is quite worth especially those guys who are in the architecture business and who are decision makers. Now you should think about the resilience aspect in development of your systems. Resilience aspect in development of your system or digital strategy, I will say at large. Digital transformation also require a resilient approach. This is one example I have taken from IKEA, and it is published in this report only. Which is World Economic Forum. You can go through that how IKEA is using the resilient supply chain. So, Randeep, I have come to the end of the presentation. I have only 2 or 3 slides, which I want to explain.
Sure, sir.
It's okay?
Yes.
The next leg of our, so this is the slide which I have included in this deck about the cyber resilience, which is a very important ask, for any, corporate leader, any CIO. We do the cyber security, what is called that, we implement the cyber security various aspects, but resilient factor is something very different. That you have to now understand the resilient factor is something different. It means even your company, that time there is an attack in the city. There is an attack in the city, something happened in the city, there is a bombing on the city. Today is a VUCA word, we don't know what is going to happen. So that time, how your system will behave that time. When you don't have any network or whatever, you don't have any access, what you will do that? So that cyber resilience is an important aspect which you have to explore, which you have to study and develop. All these banks like SBI, they are very critical. For them, cyber resilience is very critical. They have done a lot of research in this area, and they implement a system in such a way that tomorrow if there is any mishap in their data center, then still the data is secured. Data is secured. It should not be taken away, or should not be spoiled, or it should not be affected by the viruses. So that is very important for the cyber resilience. And here the AI is helping in that. AI is a very important tool which is helping to ensure the cyber resilience. Okay. Now I'm coming to the to ourselves, how the human-centric skills has to develop, and what is the role of technology. I have taken the first example of this is a snapshot of the report published by World Economic Forum in few months back. I think it's 2025 or 26. I'm sorry, I'm not remembering that. So how the jobs, there's a transition of the job in various sectors. These reports talk about that. That the wholesale and retail sector, job transition. There is a NESCOM report also, by the way, which talk about the job transition in our country. Sorry, I have not brought that report, but I am aware of that report. I have some slides. how the new jobs are, getting, surface, like, there is a decline in the production roles, but there is demand for technicians and engineers. In healthcare, you have a job growth like that. So the point is that, what is the role of technology here? What is the role of technology? That is what is the important thing. That's the role of technology, and how the human-centric approach should be used for that. So this is where, now our understanding has to be developed, that more and more companies will be asking CIOs, and we all guys know we are going to work for these companies, that we should adopt the human-centric, approach in our jobs. We should know that how to use a cobot. We should know that how to use a Google Assistant. We should know that how should use RPA. That is what is the job changes. Job is changing. The role is changing. The way we are now performing our work is changing now. And that is, where the weight, emphasis has to be there for everybody, including CIOs and all of us, including me also. In fact, I also, as a teacher, try to see that, how I should change myself. So this is the shift, which we are seeing, shift from typing to escalation and risk control. Okay. So there are a few slides, you can go through. I'm not going through these slides. These are all very self-explanatory. Some good pictures you can see. I have taken the help of ChatGPT to help me to make some of these pictures. But you have to train the ChatGPT a lot. Then only you can get some of the good pictures. So now the last point, which I will take 1 minute, the drivers for this development is the convergence of technologies. We have talked about earlier the integration. Integration and convergence are two different things. So drivers for this development, and there is a World Economic Forum report, which I am giving the substance of the report over here. This is a report available. You can see that you can Google this report, Technology Convergence Report 2025. And they have given a theory of 3C. They say that combine, converge, and compound. The companies who wants to implement the principles of sustainability, resilience, and human centricity, they should look into the aspects of the convergence of the technologies. Convergence of technology. This is something different from integration. Okay, convergence and integrations are two different technology. Yeah, here I'm giving the examples. Like one of the good example of convergence of technology is the UPI network. UPI network, digital public infrastructure of our government of India. So with this word, I want to end my talk here. I want to stop here. I think already we have covered 55 minutes, and I will now open the forum for any questions, any doubts.
So team, if there are any questions, maybe you can type in the chat or raise hand. I can unmute you.
Presentation will be shared to all of you. I have already shared to Varundeep only little bit. I have changed positions of the slides. Let me see if I can share the latest. But I have not removed anything. So, any question? Have you understood it? Somebody say that yes or no. Have you understood the concept of Industry 5.0? Okay. Good. Getting good remarks. Very good. Have you understood? Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
So, any question, any doubt? No, you like to ask me?
Yeah. There are any questions? Maybe you can ask. And yeah, Barinder ji, I'll unmute you. You can ask once again. Okay. Yeah, you can ask now. Okay.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the informative talk. I just wanted to ask whether any practical implementations of 5.0 concepts have started in our country at present.
Oh, there are a lot of implementations. No, a lot of implementation. One of the best example which I gave in my talk is the UPI and Tata Steel. Tata Steel is a UPI. Let us discuss UPI. How UPI is implemented. Principles of Industry 5.0. They are human-centric approach. we have, sustainable developments, scalable developments. That's why, their platforms are sustainable and scalable. You have never seen the downtime asking by UPI. Like, State Bank of India, ICICI Bank says we like to dot down our system for 4 hours or 3 hours tonight. But they only bother us on the Sunday night, But you have never heard, UPI is asking us that they want to bring down the system, Okay? It's sustainable, resilient. Though UPI growth we have seen after COVID-19, but I'm sure that Dilip Aswal Saab, who is the CEO, is well aware of the resilience, how the systems are resilient, And there is a one problem, which they are also facing the frauds, the frauds. So they should, and they are working very hard on that front. Once I discussed with him, so that they are working. We invited him once for a talk, and the fraud is still a very, problem in our country, And there were recently some examples of frauds in UPI transactions, which they have plucked now. Second example is the Tata Steel. I normally give in my, Paramdeep knows that, we run a digital transformation course, in that we discuss the Tata Steel case study. Tata Steel is one company in our country who has judiciously implemented all these principles, human-centric, sustainability and resilience. And the case study is available on the Harvard website, Harvard Publishing. You can download their case study. It was published in 2024.
Tata Steels, you are saying?
Yes, Tata Steels.
The case study is available on HBR.
Yeah.
Fine.
I can also share with you case study.
No, I can get from HBR. That is not an issue.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Right. So thank you, Birendraji. Anyone else having any question? So, sir, since you mentioned the digital transformation course, I'm just sharing the link of that because I understand the new batch is starting 8th of February. And what you covered is just a drop in the ocean, like what we cover in that particular session. So if somebody is interested, maybe they can go through the brochure and can reach out to the Sharda ji also. I'll mention her contact number. So if somebody wants to find more details about it. In meanwhile, if anyone, yes.
I will just say thank you, Varandeep. This course, the faculty is from eight faculties from IIT Bombay and industry. There are 7 professors teaching now from IIT Bombay in this course. So thank you, Varandeep.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time and very insightful session. I think you have covered the 360-degree approach. Usually we focus more on the technology, but the topics that you and dimensions that you discussed are really very important and should be taken care by all the CIOs, CTOs of today's world in order to have a more sustainable and inclusive future. Right.
That is what is required today. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I hope that some of the ideas you must have captured out of my session. Thank you.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. And I will share the presentation. Can I share it on the LinkedIn so that, or you want to?
You can share.
Right, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We will upload the recording on YouTube so that more people can gain insights on this. Thank you very much, sir, again for this insightful session. I'm really grateful. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, sir. I'm ending the webinar now. Thank you.